Hi Capricorn, welcome to my channel. Thanks for joining me. Also welcome cross watchers. Also this can be for Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus. I possibly will tune into more than one situation, take it how it resonates. Okay, what do we need to know for Capricorn? So we've got the Five of Pentacles. Could be dealing with a fellow earth sign. We've got the Four of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Nine of Cups, Ace of Cups, Taurus, Capricorn, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Okay. So maybe somebody's being cold with their feelings. Maybe they're emotionally closed off. They might have problems with commitment. Some of you could be starting a new relationship. Could be craving something, wish fulfillment, feeling content, missing loved ones. It's a hard time, in the world. Okay, tell me more, please. Whoa! Six of Wands. It looks like someone's starting a new relationship. It looks like it's going to be very successful. You could be visualizing. Okay. Any more messages for Capricorn? Any more for Capricorn? King of Wands. Could be dealing with a fire sign. Maybe you've got a new person coming in. That creative, passionate King of Wands. Full of creative ideas. Fiery, making a decision. He does get his way most of the time. Tell me more about this King of Wands. Seven of Cups. Maybe someone here is a bit of a dreamer, a bit of an illusionist. Someone could have problems with alcohol, figuring out, what's most important to them, what's closest to their heart, their most precious and prized possessions. Like I said, he's all about the decisions as well. Maybe something is clouding someone's judgment, such as alcohol. Like I said, illusionist, dreamer. Yeah. Maybe someone's got a problem with materialistic things. Some of you could be getting married. Okay. You could be getting engaged. Maybe you want to come back together with a family for a party, a gathering, after this lockdown's been lifted. Okay, Capricorn. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo. You have got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Yeah. So far, I feel here that with this Ace of Cups, it looks like maybe somebody's afraid to reach out because they're afraid of being rejected or left out in the cold. Maybe somebody's being cold with their words. You've got quite a few cups here. So someone might have an alcohol problem. Someone here is showing their resilience though. They're standing strong. They could be going through lessons, painful lessons, poverty. Maybe someone's homeless here. It's like someone is going through some sort of lesson, some sort of strength testing. Maybe this person isn't very confident, but with this strength card, it's like they need to find the strength to tell someone how they feel or pull themselves out of addiction. Agility, stamina. Maybe someone feels trapped. They could have anger towards someone. They need to tame that anger. Also, this is about, you could have a very powerful, strong connection with someone. There we go. That just jumped out. Queen of Cups. So maybe someone's got strong feelings for someone and they don't know how to reach out. They could be closed off emotionally and leaving someone out in the cold. This is about resilience. Someone is showing their resilience. Also with this Queen of Cups, she's very emotionally sensitive. She's very in tune with her emotions, very tied to her emotions, very wishy-washy, up and down. Someone here's got a lot of love for someone, a lot of passion, a lot of affection. Also, she's kind of like an empath. She feels everyone's pain, everyone's emotions, anger. She feels it all. Like I said, she's like an empath. It could be you could be around a fire sign or a water sign, or an earth sign, fellow earth sign, or your person could be around a water sign or a fire sign. I feel somebody's got a drinking problem. I have to be honest. Hang on a sec. Somebody here's got a drinking problem. There's a lot of cups here. Wow. It's like someone's craving wish fulfillment, heart's desires, dreams, feeling content, feeling accomplished, feeling privileged, you know, wanting to do good and be successful in their life, but it's like something is clouding their judgment. They can't see straight due to alcohol addiction, you know, or weed, or, you know, something. Someone is very dependent on something here. I think it's alcohol. It's kind of poisoning their mind, you know, they can't see straight. They haven't got a sober head at the moment. It could be what's going on in the world, you know, they want a way to block out their pain. And it's just, this is about perseverance as well. You know, someone could have had feelings for someone for a very long time. The feelings, the chemistry, the spark, it's always been there. But they've never, you know, acted on their feelings. You know, they've kind of just sat and just a lot of thinking going on, and they may have left you out in the cold. Maybe they've got another commitment, another family, another relationship. You know, someone here is really showing their resilience, you know. But despite what's going on in the world, or what pain they've suffered in the past, you need to stand strong. You know, be resilient, persevere. I have the power. You know, maybe somebody's feeling trapped at home. You know, we're all stuck at home. We can't travel. We can't go anywhere. Oh, wow, yes. Someone here's definitely got an alcohol problem. 5 of Cups. It's like someone's drowning in sorrow and they can't see anything good. They think, oh, he or she's doing so well without me. Have they got a place for me? You know, wow. It's like someone's overwhelmed with emotion, with feelings. It's just, you know, they can't seem to come to their senses, you know, because, like I said, something is clouding their judgment. There is a lot of cups in this reading, so there's definitely no doubt in my mind that someone here is codependent on alcohol. Someone is letting their life pass them by. They're not acknowledging their surroundings. They can't see anything good. Okay, they either feel left out in the cold, or they're afraid of being left out in the cold. There is genuine remorse here. There's genuine regret. It could be the fact that an alcohol dependency got in the way of somebody's relationship, a connection, maybe a third-party situation. Tell me more. They could be trying to send you a message, trying to reach out to you on the 5D. Tell me more about the 5 of Cups. Tell me more about this 5 of Cups. Okay, what was that? Oh, I thought that one wanted to jump out there. Tell me more about this 5 of Cups. Tell me more on this 5 of Cups for Capricorn. Okay, so you could be dealing with someone that's sort of in and out, in and out, in and out. They could have matured into this King of Wands, or there could be a new person coming in. They could have communication problems, blocked throat chakra. There's so much that they want to say, but they can't get their words out. So we've got Knight of Wands, so you could be dealing with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, passionate, fiery, big on travelling. Maybe somebody's sad because somebody's overseas in another country and they can't come back to travel to you until this lockdown's been lifted. Now, with the Knight of Wands, he can be in and out, bit of a player. I definitely feel it could be a new person coming in, or it's the same person. You know, someone could have driven someone to drink to block out pain here. That's what I feel. Yeah, someone is really sort of, there's strength testing going on, showing their resilience. It could be you, Capricorn. You keep going. You don't give up. You know, Capricorns keep going no matter what. Even if they're out in the cold, they're poor, they're starving, you know, they keep going. They persevere. Like I said, someone here is really showing their resilience here. Yeah. Somebody's definitely overwhelmed with their feelings for someone. Okay, tell me more about this Knight of Wands. Who's this Knight of Wands coming in for Capricorn? Ooh. Ooh. What have we got? Couldn't pick it up then. Okay. Three of Pentacles. It's like someone knows that someone makes a great team, but because their head isn't sober at the moment, if you know what I mean. It's like they can't see straight. They could be coming to their senses. Maybe this new person might be a bit more better for you. You know, this person realizes your potential. You know, maybe this person realizes that this relationship's got a potential to go somewhere, to blossom. You know, and Three of Pentacles is about teamwork and building and growing and manifesting. Some of you could be getting married, getting engaged, having a baby. You know, there's going to be success here, whichever way you look at it, with the Six of Wands and the Four of Wands. Yeah. Someone's sad. I feel someone's missing something or someone. Also, this person sees you as, we make a great team. We are a power couple. We are strong. We stand united. Could be going into business to someone. Maybe you've got a business proposition or a business opportunity with this Three of Pentacles. Someone sees you as a work of art. You know, they want to build something with you. Could be quite spiritual. Tell me more about this Three of Pentacles and this Knight of Wands. They could be around a third person that drinks a lot. Oh, yes, there's a lot of fear here. Wow. Okay, the Moon. It's like someone might have come out of the shadows and told you how they feel. You know, they've seen past this illusion, this fear. They've got a grasp on reality, or they are gonna get a grasp on reality. Get their head straight, sober up, you know, and realize this potential, you know. Okay. Definitely more than one person in this reading. More than one energy, definitely. Maybe you're more strong when you're together. They need you. You are their strength. You are each other's strengths. You help build each other up. Teamwork. You know, maybe you're both frightened to reach out because you're both afraid that you're both going to be left out in the cold, rejected, told to go away, you know. Okay. Tell me more about this Moon card. Could be third party situation. Okay. Someone's definitely shut off and closed with their feelings. They're being deceptive, keeping someone in the dark. But on the other hand, someone could have come in and told someone how they feel. And you don't know what to do with it. Maybe they're waiting for your answer. Now with this Moon, I definitely feel someone is afraid to reach out to someone because they're afraid of being left out in the cold and rejected. Or they're afraid that someone's got someone else. Because there's one Knight and there's one King. So there's two energies. You could be dealing with two fire signs. An old person and a new person. Someone that's more stable and secure and sober, you know, and someone that is still trying to make a decision. He takes his time. King of Wands. Making decisions. He takes his time. You know? It's like someone is caught in some sort of like I said, you might not want to deal with a player anymore, sort of in and out, in and out, in and out. Maybe you want to deal with someone new. Maybe you're asking for someone new, you know. And around the Moon, tell me more. Tell more about this Moon and this Knight of Wands. Yep. As I said, whoop, 10 of Wands, Page of Wands, and the Moon. Yeah, someone feels that you have got someone else, that you're in another commitment, and that's why they're not reaching out. I feel that someone's carrying around all this love, all this love, all this passion, you know, all these feelings, and they don't know what to do with it. You know, someone here is just sitting and thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking. They're overthinking the situation too much. Page of Wands. Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Again, someone that likes to travel between realms, backwards and forwards. Also, this is the bringer of news, communication, message. Should I reach out? Shouldn't I? Should I walk away? Shouldn't I? You know, they overthink too much, and that's what causes all this stress, burdens. They're overworked, they're overstressed, illusion, fear, panic. You know, they can't seem to get a grasp on reality. Something's clouding their judgment. Heavy alcohol problems here. Someone here it's like there's a cry for help sort of vibe that I get here. Yeah. Somebody won't act on their feelings because they're afraid that someone's got someone else. Someone is persevering, someone isn't persevering. This moon, someone is afraid, look, to be left out in the cold. Yeah. They're just thinking. They just won't take any action. They won't communicate. Yeah. Maybe it's all that alcohol that's clouding their judgment, or the fear that someone is in another relationship, someone's got someone else, they're in another commitment. Yeah. There's so much illusion. It's like someone can't seem to step out of their shadow self. It's consuming them, all this fear, all this doubt, subconscious fears, you know, between what's real and what isn't, you know, because they're so, you know, it's like someone's drunk on love, but this alcohol addiction that they've got, it really affects the way they think. It affects their judgment. They can't see straight. You know, they can't seem to get a grasp on reality here. Yeah, they're carrying around so many burdens and, you know, all this love and, you know, all these feelings, but they don't know what to do with it, because all this person does is overthink, you know, the situation. If they could just sober their head up a bit, you know, then they'll be able to make a conscious decision. Yeah, they can't make a conscious decision at the moment. You, Capricorn, I feel that you're really sort of persevering. You know, you could be manifesting your dreams, your heart's desires, your passions. You could be feeling content, you know, building for yourself. Look, could be building business opportunities, going into business with someone, you know, Two of Cups. So maybe you've got a new person coming in, or this person will sober up, kick this alcohol dependency, make a conscious decision and start this new relationship. Two of Cups. Got Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Some of you are definitely going to be reconciling with someone, or like I said, this could be the same person, okay? Or there's a new person coming in to offer you love, passion, you know, intimacy, realness, engagements, marriage. Yeah, someone here that's got a lot of passion for you, you know. Two of Cups. Union, love. We are one, look. United. Yeah. Someone's craving intimacy, love, passion. You know, just being with someone, just being in someone's company. There's a lot of craving going on. Okay, so we're at this Two of Cups. With a lot of you, there is going to be a successful relationship, whether it's an old person or a new person. I feel that you've known each other quite a while, if it is a person coming back. Because of this Strength card, it tells me that you have a strong, powerful bond with someone, and they've had feelings for you for a long time. Because of this Infinity symbol, it tells me that their feelings are eternal. It's a forever thing. Twin flames. We stand united. We are the same person. We are equal. We drink from the same cup. We belong together, right? We're in this together. We can build, we can manifest, build each other up. You are each other's strengths. It's got the potential to blossom. you know, commitment. Look, this other person, it's like they're just drowning in sorrow. Yeah. I feel like someone's worst fear has come true, that someone's gone to someone else. Ooh. Tell me more about this Two of Cups, please. Whoa. Okay. Tell me more about this Two of Cups for Capricorn. Someone's definitely going to seize the day here, seize the moment, you know, relight the spark. Someone's coming in with this sort of commitment, you know, this sort of, you know, wand. Someone's very creative and they want to give birth to new ideas here. So yeah, someone better, I'd say, is coming in here with this Ace of Wands. I really feel that you're going to build something with someone. It could be just maybe it's just sexual. I'm not sure. Obviously, I don't know what's going on, you know, internally, as in I don't live with you. But it might be a sexual thing because this Knight of Wands, he can be quite in and out, bit of a player. But then you've got the King of Wands there. Someone here feels very inspired, very highly driven. This is about willpower. Like I said, there's a lot of strength, you know, in this connection that you've got here with this water sign or this fire sign, you know, and, you know, wanting this new start, this new beginning. There's, you know, someone here is very passionate about a connection with someone, you know. It's really got a lot of potential to grow, to blossom, you know. I feel that you're more powerful when you're together. Ace of Wands, new start. Looking at things from a different perspective. Relight the spark. Okay. So I do feel someone's coming in with their sword of truth. You know, someone might want to, you know, let their guard down. Maybe they don't want to feel left out in the cold anymore. They don't want to keep you in the dark about their feelings anymore. Let their guard down, change direction. You know, they could be guarded with their feelings, but I feel that someone is letting their guard down and getting ready to communicate with you. They could be watching your social media, you know, keeping an eye on you to see if you're with anyone. Yeah. Maybe in the past they were quite sharp and cutthroat with their words, you know, guarded. You know, someone here is going to fight for, you know, what they believe in. They're going to stand their ground. You know, they're going to fight for you, fight for this connection, whether there's opponents, whether there's other people around them. I don't think that's going to bother them. They've got this sort of passion in them, this sort of sense of adventure, this fighting spirit. You know, they're coming in, look, to give you this wand, this passion, this new beginning, you know. Whether you accept it, that's very much your choice. Old person, new person. Seven of Wands. Standing your ground, setting boundaries, look. Yeah. Also, in the past, maybe somebody didn't want to reach out. They hid their feelings and had their guard up because they thought you're involved with someone or you're still involved with someone, you know, but they're still full of passion and affection for you. They want a new relationship with you. So you could be making a decision between someone old and someone new. Seven of Wands. Yeah. Someone's very daring. Like I said, they're going to fight for you. So there could be a bit of drama. Yeah, this person is quite fiery. They fight for what they believe in. Yeah, moral values, what's fair, you know. Creative ideas, look. They're going to make you a proposal, but are you going to accept? Yeah. Okay. Tell me more about the Seven of Wands. There's a house across the road from me, right? They're so annoying. Every weekend they get rid of their children, dump the children off to the grandparents so that they can have a street party. Yeah. I can understand People, they want to support the NHS, say thank you, you know, put some happiness into the air. But at the end of the day, you're not supposed to be going next to people, chatting, visiting people, you know, social gatherings. They're going to extend the lockdown even more, you know, because people keep breaking the rules and the regulations by going next to people, visiting people. It's like people don't care. It's like we're never going to see our family or loved ones again because of people's stupidity. Do you see what I mean? You know, they do it every Sunday. You know, I even think I did a reading once and you guys heard the loud music coming from one of the houses across the road, because he works for the NHS, this man over there, you know, with his girlfriend and his 2 children. You know, every Sunday he does it for 4 hours straight. Loud, blaring music. Everyone comes out in the street, sits on the pavement, they've got wine, they're drinking. And I'm thinking, what exactly are we celebrating? People dying? Like, they've just got no consideration, honestly. They've got no considerations. My neighbours are absolutely awful. They're so unfriendly. They're so miserable. You know, I feel we're going to be knocked down forever because of people like that. 4 hours straight. You know, what about elderly people? How do they take that noise? That loud music playing for 4 hours, you know. I'm surprised, you know, that my mum didn't go out there and say something, but I suppose she just doesn't want to get into it with people, you know. But it's just not fair. People don't have any consideration, you know. People around here, they love it. Loud music, drinking, partying. There's honestly no consideration whatsoever. Okay. So as I said, old person, new person, Capricorn. There is definitely a water sign who is very emotional, coming back from your past. Could have the traits of a fire sign, could have the traits of an air sign. And there's definitely going to be a choice between an old person and a new person. Okay? So whether you want to pick the old person from the past or this new person, you know. Also, there could be someone coming back from the past that wants a new relationship with you, such as a water sign. Could be someone that you've known before adolescence, could be someone that you've known since you were a teenager, since you was a kid. There is strong level of nostalgia here. Someone misses you, happy memories, the days gone by, you know, and just wanting to put things right, apologise, maybe give you a gift, you know. So there is definitely maybe you can feel it, you know, that you're going to have to make a choice between 2 people. There's quite a few love offers coming in here for you, Capricorn. Okay, someone from the past and someone new. It could be the same person, but whatever you choose, that's very much up to you. Okay. Someone's definitely coming back because they want to heal a connection with you, you know, put things right. They're very hopeful and they have every faith. As I said, there's quite a few energies. You know, you could have a fire sign coming in to offer you commitment. You know, they're thinking about it, the best way to reach out. Okay, it could be all be the same person. You know, this person sees you as a wish fulfillment. They see you as a guide. You inspire them. You motivate them. You know, you are their strength. Maybe they had to go through cycles. Look, heal. Yeah, but they want to come back and put things right for you, heal the connection. You know, maybe this person was confused in the past about their feelings, about their sexuality, but they definitely had a wake-up call. Yeah, in the past, some sort of reality check, some sort of wake-up call. They could have gone through some sort of transition. So maybe they've transitioned into someone that was alcohol dependent, into someone that's more mature and stable, you know, and open and honest and not playery sort of thing. You know, so we've got the Tower. So yes, there's destruction going on and chaos going on in the world. You know, this person could be creating this in their head. Yeah. You know, that everything is false, nothing is real. There's illusion here, there's chaos, destruction going on in their head, mental conflict. you know. But tower moments, they need to happen because it puts things in perspective. It puts you on the right path. You know, it opens up your eyes to, you know, you have a wake-up call to remove yourself from the things that aren't good, that are toxic, right? Also, you know, like I said, spiritual awakening, ascension, spiritual development, yeah? Tower moments, they need to happen. They need to. It puts you, you know, on the right path where you're supposed to go. Okay, anyone want to come out for Capricorn? They definitely want to sort things out with you. Peaceful resolution. That's what I keep hearing. Yeah? Okay. Any more for Capricorn? It's like they're finding a way to communicate towards you, to come back. Creative sort of strategy. The correct way to approach you. Yeah? Okay. What was that? Okay. Thought that one wanted to come out. Yeah. So they're definitely making a judgment call. Look at the bottom of the deck, see? Which is all about transition, changes, spiritual awakening, you know, souls reawakening, you know, being reborn. Someone here is very spiritual, divine intervention there. Archangel Gabriel, look. Making an announcement, speaking their truth, you know, reviving a connection from the past, look. Yeah? A rebirth of something, reviving. Something's been reborn. It's like someone's rising out of the ashes. Yeah? Making a choice, making a decision, making a judgment call. Maybe in the past they misjudged the situation. You know, maybe somebody wasn't sober, miscommunication, but this time around they're going to put things right. You know, they want to heal the connection, but they need to learn forgiveness and self-love here. They need to forgive themselves as well for any past hurts or mistakes or wrongs that they did. And someone is definitely coming back to fight for someone here as well. As I said, passionate, fiery, sense of adventure, fighting spirit. Okay, someone here definitely wants this Two of Cups with someone, and I feel like they're going to fight and fight and fight for this connection to make the correct judgment call here. See past this fear. Get a grasp on reality, sober up for this beautiful new relationship. Okay, as I said, correct judgment call. Yeah, just been a very powerful reading today, Capricorn. Okay, so I hope it resonated, I hope it helped, hope it was insightful. Let me know in the comments section. If you're new, give me a like, give me a subscribe, join my channel. If you need to know anything, give me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And I'll see you again real soon, Capricorn, for some more readings. Sending you all so much love and peace and blessings.